First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
There is a good shot of the Willamette Valley here on Fox 12 Now. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. I'm Greg Nibbler. Appreciate you all being a part of this show. So wherever you're watching, remember that you're here. You're going to hear me say that a lot because I just want to remind you. So if you're on one of our streaming apps, we're on all of them. So you can actually watch us on there, or you can watch us on YouTube or a number of different places. And of course, the website at kptv.com. But right now, what we're going to be talking about are UFOs. Are you a believer? Have you seen one? Have you seen one today? We're going to talk about that as well. But first off, the 23rd annual UFO Festival is happening in McMinnville. That's this weekend, and we are very excited to be talking about that. I'm joined right now by Renee from McMenamins to talk all about the festival. And Renee, hello. Appreciate you being a part of the show here today. And I think, as always with something like this, for anybody who doesn't know what this is, can you walk us through the history of what the UFO Festival is?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on. Yes, so the UFO Festival, which takes place in McMinnville this weekend, it started because there was a famous UFO sighting that took place in McMinnville. In 1950, Farmer Trent and his wife were outside. They're farmers. They're just outside of McMinnville. They looked up into the sky as they were caring for their bunnies and everything else, and they saw something. And that something was this saucer that you'll see pictures of. He happened to see that. He ran back into the house. He grabbed his camera. Those days it was you get your camera, you finish off all the film. He took like 3 different pictures, and then he didn't get those photos developed for another month or so at least. When they finally did, they noticed that, wait a minute, this is what we saw, and we actually got pictures of them. So in the year 2000, McMenamins was commemorating. We found this in our history. We have a history department, and Tim Hills was looking up the history of McMinnville, and he found this really interesting story and said, why not do something to commemorate the 50th year? So that's what he did. So we had a festival. We had one speaker. The speaker was actually the gentleman who had investigated those Trent photos and really looked into it and compared them to see, are they real? Are they not? And he was our speaker, and there was a lot of people that came, and we said, why not keep this going? Let's do it again next year. And each year the festival's grown, and now we're in year 23.
23 years of this festival, all starting from that. And from that picture, that single picture, the Trent picture of the UFO. So, you start off that year and you're like celebrating this. I can't imagine, I don't know if there were tons of people back then, but certainly over the 23 years, this has become a really big event. And it's much more than just the celebration of the picture that Trent took of the flying saucer. So now you've got this entire thing that's kind of built up around it. Can you tell us about the festival and over the years, how it's grown?
Absolutely. As I said, we had started with one speaker. Over the years, we added, had another speaker. The next year, we maybe had 2 speakers, and that just grew. And then after a few years of doing these speaker events, then the McMinnville Downtown Association came, and we were talking with them, and they said, hey, we want to do something more with this. This is a lot of fun. This is bringing people to our downtown area. What can we do? And so that's where the parade idea came into. And really, that's when things really launched and became just this larger than life fun festival for everyone. So now today, you figure that, through all the years that's grown. And today we've got our parade that happens. There are pet costume contests. There's human costume contests. We have the landing ball. We have the alien ball. We have live music. We have vendors that are all in that downtown core area of McMinnville. The restaurants and the businesses that are downtown, they'll decorate their windows, and it's become like a great community event. And we have people of all different beliefs, you could say, that are coming in. We definitely have increased the number of speakers that are in attendance and who talk about different topics. We've had some of the top ufologists and people within this research that have done lots of research or have had their own experiences themselves even have come in, and we have people that want to talk to them, listen to them, hear their stories, tell their own stories of what their experiences may have been. And then we have people that are just coming in for the fun. They just want to have the fun with the family and, be there for the parade and enjoy the downtown. And so, yeah, fun. It's for everyone. It's for fun, skeptics, believers, everyone in between.
I was going to say it's a really eclectic group that comes together for this. All for this UFO festival, which I think is a lot of the fun of it too. It feels like it's a very Oregon festival as far as to me anyway. It's homegrown here, obviously, started here, but it really is just a whole lot of different kind of people coming together, but all having fun, all having a good time, whatever that means to them, and interacting there in McMinnville. And I think that's something else that I wanted to talk about is just the city of McMinnville and what this means to them, and McMenamins being right there as well, obviously a part of the downtown culture there in McMinnville. But what does that mean for that section of I guess not just McMinnville, but even the surrounding areas of the Willamette Valley there?
Yeah, well, again, like having all of the businesses in that downtown core there on 3rd and Evans participate and being excited about it. That's what makes this all so special, is having the community involvement in it. And then we have all these tourism, all these folks coming into town for the day, overnight stays. I know the hotels, not just our hotel, but the surrounding hotels are full. Because we get emails all the time. Where can we stay? Where can we stay? And it's like we have a list of different hotels in the area, but the hotels are full. The restaurants in the area, they've got some great business from this. And again, it's just really fun and have the whole community be a part of that and feel that. And in the more recent years too, wanting, yes, we have a lot of people that come into town that haven't been there. It might be their first time experience in McMinnville. But we've also tried to tap into the locals, the ones that maybe they haven't come down to the festival, the people that live in McMinnville. So really encouraging them too to come down and see what all the fun's about. Sometimes when there's a festival, sometimes it's like, oh, I don't know if I want to go down there today because it's really busy, but come down and see what all the fun's about.
How has that changed, just that relationship with the community and maybe some of the more rural community over the years since it first started to now?
Most definitely, when you hear UFO Festival, then people might think, oof, that's a little kooky, it's a little bit out there.
Totally.
I get it. I totally get it. But then there really are, the research that you hear, the stories that you hear, both from the presenters and the people that are coming in, at least for me personally, through all these years, I can't, there's no way I could say there isn't something else out there. I believe there is something else there. And I believe that there probably have been people that have had these different experiences at different levels, who knows? But, it's a big world out there. So it's a big universe. So I think that's really something that's interesting. I think that as over the years, the people in McMinnville are kind of taking hold of that a little bit more, right? Kind of opening up to that a little bit more. It's not just this kooky event, like what's happening down there, but it's like, oh, wait a minute, there's more to this. So,
right.
Yeah.
And everybody can get involved in it in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
Like you said.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. And they can be part of the parade. The parade that the Downtown McMinnville Association does is amazing. You just saw a few little snippets of it. People dress up. People, all the garbage, the local garbage company is, got their vans decorated and their garbage trucks decorated, or the Linfield school, college will come through and they'll do something. And just everybody gets into it and just has a lot of fun with it. And I think that helps build community when you're having fun together, when you're, just in this area together, then those are all positives. And then, of course, after the last several years that we've had, we want that togetherness. We want to be with people and have fun with people. And this is the place to do it.
And this all starts on May 19th. And I wanted to ask you, for anybody, like I said, who maybe hasn't heard of this or hasn't been down to it before, hasn't gone down there, what would you recommend they do? What kind of experience should they start off with if this is their first time going to the UFO Festival?
Yes. Well, certainly, the parade is the highlight. So everybody wants to get there and see the parade, but come down early. because you want to get there early. People line the streets. It's like the Rose Festival, right? People line the streets with their chairs and everything. People line the streets of downtown McMinnville there on 3rd. And so come down early, enjoy, stop in some of the restaurants, see the vendor booths, and then definitely see about one of the different speakers that we have. Because again, that really starts opening your eyes when you start hearing what they're saying and hearing some of the research involved with it, or hearing their different experiences. I definitely would recommend trying to get that into the schedule and just plan to be there for the whole day or a full day. And if you can't be there for both days, and just visit all the different stores and just be a part of it and have some fun.
All right, I think you're convincing me on this. So it sounds like a lot of fun. Well, Renee, I want to thank you too for spending some time to talk with us. I'm sure it's pretty busy gearing up for this thing and getting ready to go. That's a lot packed into a weekend down there. But again, the UFO Festival taking place this weekend in McMinnville, McMenamins UFO Festival, the 23rd annual one. Renee, thanks so much for being here and joining us.
You bet. Thanks so much. UFOfest.com.
UFOfest.com. There we go.
UFOfest.com.
And we'll also have links up to at KPTV.com, so you can go there and check this out, and we'll let you know where to go to find out more information as well. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. So this is Fox 12 now. This is our live show here that we get to do every day. And so if this is your first time visiting us, thanks. Thanks for being a part of the show. And coming up, we've got some more that we're going to be talking about. So this is, again, we're live at 1 p.m. every day. We just went live at 1:30 talking about this. But coming up, we're going to talk to the Blanchet House about some different things they're doing to provide housing for people who need it. So that's coming up at 2:15 p.m. So wherever you're at right now, wherever you're watching us, remember where you are. Just come back, set a timer, come back at 2:15, or just continue watching all the other great things we have on there. I'm Greg Nibbler. You can always send me an email, fox12now@kptv.com. If you have something you want to talk about, think something would make a great segment, about another festival that's going on you want to talk about, whatever it is, we'll cover all kinds of things with this. So thanks for being a